Style by Lauren Ryder. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. I love thrifting and mixing and matching and playing around with my style. If that sounds good to you, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some outfits that I'm going to be living in this summer. We had our first really hot day yesterday in Southern California, and it inspired me to think about what I'm going to be wearing for summer and those hot days, and I want to share with you some pieces that I'm going to style and incorporate into my looks. These are going to be pieces that I've thrifted or that I already have had in my closet for a while, my go-tos, and we'll mix and match and just play. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first look. So this is my first look. I love an all white moment for the summer, and this eyelet tunic that I'm wearing as a mini dress is just like so easy breezy. I styled it with a pair of just white running shorts underneath that are high-waisted, and then a bathing suit top. And then because it's so feminine and girly and, you know, with the eyelet and the puff sleeve, I decided I wanted to add this hat that's going to make it a lot more sporty and edgy. I recently got this from eBay and I am obsessed with this, so let's go ahead and add that. So here's where we are at. I have my hat on. I love how it's like a double baseball cap. It's just so weird, and you know me in a statement hat. And I love how it's so sporty with a really feminine dress. And so for shoes, I almost feel like I want to do something a little bit more feminine because my hat is so weird. So let's see what shoe. The shoe that I landed on are these metallic J. Crew shoes. I love the little bow detail, and I love how they have the ankle strap to keep your foot in there in place. They're super comfortable. And then I also added my basket bag. Again, I don't like committing to one particular look, so we have a super feminine like casual dress with a sporty hat with a dressy girly shoe, and then the basket bag makes it more casual again and like summery. So it's like a million different things in this look, but I think it turned out pretty good. And then I still feel like I'm missing something. And whenever I feel like my look isn't exactly complete, that's when I know that I need a pair of sunglasses. This is the final details to my outfit. So I added my vintage tortoise sunglasses. Sometimes I want to add like a really statement pair of glasses to my outfit, but because I have a very statement dramatic hat here, I decided to go with my classic vintage ones. And I love all the browns together with the brown hat and the brown bag. And that is my look. This is the first look that I'm going to be wearing all summer. Could never go wrong with white. This is look 2. I wanted to get some color in here. And in Southern California in June, we definitely have June gloom. So even though it's summer, it's still pretty gloomy and it can be cold, especially in the mornings. So I can definitely get away with pairing something like a flannel with some shorts even in the summertime. And this flannel I just thrifted yesterday and just washed it, and I'm obsessed with the colors. I added my Kenzo collar to make it feel more summer and nautical, and I put it over my hair because if you have long hair, you know, sometimes it gets in the way, and just like, I want the accessory to shine. I added a flower pin on it too because I was so inspired by the way that it was styled on the Kenzo runway. And then I love these colors together, so I'm wearing my green and blue flannel with these pink boxer shorts. They are a little sheer, so I don't mind. You know, you can wear a bathing suit or something underneath. I like playing around with sheer styles, and I like layering, and the only way that you can do that is if you're wearing something that might be a little bit see-through or really lightweight. So a bathing suit can come in handy for styling purposes. And then I'm wearing the same shoes that I was wearing in the last outfit. I just like how nothing goes. I mean, I have like nautical and flannel and just a bunch of colors, and I don't know. I feel like this outfit works. Oh, and then of course I had to add my trusty beret that I can get away with wearing pretty much year round. At least I tell myself that. This is a close-up of my accessories with my felt hat and my favorite collar here with the little pin that I added. And that is my second look. This is the next outfit that I have been so excited to wear. I thrifted this lace jumpsuit from Savers. It's originally from Zara, and I love it. It is so cute. So it's kind of like baggy, oversized, but I like how it's sheer. So again, you can put a bathing suit underneath. I like the black underneath this white eyelet, you know me in black and white. And then I added my long pearl necklace and my straw hat that has my little bow there. And then I wanted to keep with the dressy kind of look of it and make it feel more, I don't know, ladylike rather than beachy. So I added my shoes. These are from the Real Real. I love the little pilgrim crystal detail there. And then my vintage Chanel sunglasses. And let me see if I can show you close up. So here's a close-up of my accessories. This straw hat I thrifted from Goodwill a while ago, and it's like my go-to summer hat. These sunglasses were an amazing find from Angelus Vintage one time at a current affair. I love that shop. And then I've got my pearl necklace, and that is my look. For me, summer is all about easy layers, and this little, it's like a lingerie jumpsuit thing that I found at Goodwill, and I styled it with this lace like slip thing underneath. Like I said, I'm just so into playing around with layering, and because it's sheer, I think, you know, it works perfectly. And I added my vintage Dior lace belt bag. I love this. I got this a while ago from the Real Real, and it's a little big, but I just kind of like tied it in the back, and usually I just pin it to where I want it, but I just did it really fast right now. I have my go-to flower necklace, and because my outfit reads a little bit dressier because it's kind of like shiny and everything, you know, I had to add a baseball cap to dress it down a little bit. And I thought I would do another Dior moment with my vintage bag that I recently got from a current affair. And then these mules were a find from Savers. And I just love mixing all the cream tones and ivory together. And then I probably would just stick with my go-to vintage sunglasses. So this is just such a quick but put together look. I forgot to give you a closer look of my accessories. So my baseball cap, secondhand, my flower necklace, my bag, and then my vintage sunglasses. This is another easy outfit with the eyelet tunic. So I just have my black running shorts underneath, my vintage ballet flats, and then what's adding all of the drama, my gloves. So these I recently thrifted at Savers, and this is exactly how I envision styling them, with a really puff sleeve top or dress. I just love the black and the white together, and they're just such an easy way to add drama. And then I have my vintage sunglasses that are my go-tos, and then my straw newsboy cap. And that is the look. Who said black and white had to be boring, right? This is another look where I'm playing with layering, even in the summer, and I'm still very into the nautical vibe. So I'm wearing a navy and white long sleeve shirt that's super lightweight underneath this sheer tulle kind of looking. I think this is also supposed to be a beach cover up, and then I just put my black little running shorts underneath. I have my vintage ballet flats just to be comfy, and I kept with the same bag that I've been using. This hat, I love the style, this newsboy straw hat I got from Goodwill pretty recently. And then these vintage sunglasses were a find from Depop a few years ago. I just love the shape of them. Here's a closer look at my accessories with my sunglasses, my straw hat, and then my bag. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you got some inspo for your outfits this summer. It's so much fun to play and mix and match and even do layering and some things that aren't very summer-esque, just for an unexpected touch. And don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, which are both at Style by Elle Ryder, to see how I style even more pieces and what I'm wearing this summer. And I make videos every Thursday and Sunday, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.